All right, Sam here. So I was actually gonna make this video about how I basically started DJing full time after selling my business, but I'm actually gonna change it a little bit. And instead, I'm gonna basically talk about how to not become business autistic while building your business, which could refer back to the first topic that I just mentioned. So basically, let's just dive straight into it. But I kind of like want to start it off with a story, right? And while I was building my business, it's just like the first story. While I was building my business, about a year ago, I started like DJing a lot, right? So I started getting a lot of gigs, I started making music, and I started having something like a hobby that I was doing next to it that basically required some social activities, right? Like talking to other people and all that kind of stuff. Now, what I've noticed, like even after basically I sold my business, I basically could do that thing full time and it's something that I truly enjoy, right? But as I've been building my business and I've been surrounded by a lot of other people that are building businesses, one thing that I see over and over again is that people get too stuck into the building process, right? And they don't do anything outside. And a term that basically we have come up with for that is business autism, right? And just to give you like a quick background, like what do we mean by business autism? The main definition that we have for it is that you spend too much time inside of your business that you forget how to interact with other people and do social things again, right? And I have seen people over and over again just spend way too much time inside of their business, spending way too much time building and not really enjoying the process. And once they've actually gotten to that point where they can finally take a step back, now they don't really know how to get back into the real world, or they don't have that social circle, or they don't have those relationship and those true connections with the people around them, right? Because they just completely threw that out of the window when they were actually building the business. So basically, something that like we've come up with in this house was a word called entrepreneur. So it's basically the mix of an entrepreneur and a flaneur. If you don't know what the word flaneur means, you could look it up. But it's basically someone in the 1800s that used to just wander around aimlessly and kind of like an observer of society that already had money, right? So we basically mixed it with entrepreneur and flaneur, which is something that my friend Graydon has started, by the way. I'll drop a link here below entrepreneur.com. He owns the domain. If you want to check out his newsletter and learn more about that as well, right? But he basically started that, and we also started that because we saw more and more that people that are building businesses are just forgetting about life outside of business, right? I've seen people that have made millions of dollars, had hundreds of millions of dollars, and they have no friends, they have no real connections, they have no people that really care about them because they just completely forgot about it, right? And honestly, the solution is very simple. Like the main thing that you have to do is just find like a hobby, something that includes like other people. It could be playing paddle, tennis. Uh, for me, it was DJing, but it could be anything else. And the reason why I chose DJing is because I honestly love music and I also like going out. However, when I go out, I rather hear my own music or like rather pick the music that's being played than listening to another DJ that I may not even like. Right. So that's why for me, I picked DJing. And a lot of people started enjoying the music that I play. So basically, like at this point, we're doing like 2 to 3 shows a week. This coming week, next weekend, I actually have 6 flights in one weekend. And like I think it's like 5 to 6 shows in total, which is insane. And it's something that I truly love, right? So if you feel like you're stuck and you feel like you're getting burned out, this is probably the reason why. It's probably because you're just spending way too much time building and not truly like enjoying the ride, right? So pick it maybe in the comments down below. What is like something that you think could help you get out of business autism, and have you seen it happen to you yourself already? And just comment down below, like what activities would you pick? Like what are like your hobbies that you would do outside of business that basically keeps that creativity open. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. This is a little bit of a shorter one, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.